We promised honest reviews on this channel, and that's what you're going to get. This is a mistake. Not only am I convinced it's a mistake, I think there's multiple mistakes. But first, let's look at the piece itself. Let's talk about where it came from and what it is in its current state. You all know my feelings on Piggybanx as the GOAT, and you're probably thinking, oh, the mistake is you have an objection to the card carver cutting up this piece. No, not at all, actually. Respect to the card carver. The Crown series, the Crown set from Piggybanx is the Crown set, I think, right now, indisputably. What an amazing, epic series pumped out by Piggybanx, Michael Jordan being one of those, of course. The details in the Crown itself, the fact that that set has all of the indisputable GOATs, the artwork is second to none. As I always say, this piece is perfection in every way. This piece here on the left is just everything you want out of a piece, and Piggybanx nailed it, and he knows he nailed it, and everybody else who consumes it and sees it knows he nailed it. And the card carver did something wild, and I love it. I mean, he took Piggybanx piece, and this piece goes for $10,000-$15,000 on its own. And the card carver, as you see in the right picture, has been teasing now, it seems like weeks, that he's about to cut this thing up. Here comes the razor blade. He's just going to chop it up, and he's going to do his thing. He's going to do what the card carver does. He's going to carve up this grail. That's wild. And Piggybanx in the comments section of his Instagram, of the card carver's Instagram post, is applauding it to the moon. Shout out, respect. This is respect across artists. It's what I love to see. It's encouraging people to do what they do in their own artistic way and put their own artistic flair. And this is paying homage to Piggybanx. The card carver is showing respect by cutting it up, as strange as that sounds. And Piggybanx is showing respect to the card carver by saying, do your thing, man. I love it. And for weeks, I've wondered what is going to be the outcome, and I'm not the only one. People all over are wondering, what is this piece going to be? And then last night, the card carver reveals the end result. Oh, so the end result is the mistake, CAA. Is that what you're saying? No. The end result is a work of art. It's beautiful. The card carver did his thing. Respect. 22 karat gold brushed frame, plated frame. Look at it. That thing blings. This goes back to his Starry Flight piece that we showed in the Best of July video. Go check that one out. Amazing. Amazing. I mean, got mad respect for that piece. I love it. I love that touch. I said at the time, sprinkle gold on everything. Meanwhile, what's the card carver doing? Sprinkling gold on everything. The end result's gorgeous. I love it. Respect. I mean, I think it came out beautifully. And I think every comment I've seen to date about anyone who's seen this from 11 hours ago agrees. This thing's sweet. They want it. The grail is still a grail. The grail is a different type of grail, but it's still a grail. So, what are the mistakes? I do think there were some. But right before we talk about mistakes, let's talk about missed opportunities. In my opinion, they're small, but I think they're missed opportunities. Would I have liked to see 23 karat gold plated border instead of 22 karat? Yes. Is it a typo in the listing? Is it because we needed more durability? I don't know. The 23, I just like paying homage to Jordan's number. Do I think there was an opportunity to put some more the gold brushed label like we did on Starry Flight? Yes. The card carver, I think, nailed it there. Would I have taken gold and put it everywhere on this piece? Yes. I would have spared no gold dust. Wherever the card carver is reaching in to get his gold and sprinkle it everywhere, I would have been hyper generous with it. You want seconds and third helpings of gold? Yeah, I do. Sprinkle it everywhere. Put some on the crown. Now, I know you don't probably want to get and cover up the images, the historical images that Piggybanx has portrayed inside the crown. But can you line the crown with gold? Can you put the background, those gold streaks, if you will? Can you put some gold there? Maybe you can. I would have been generous with it, but I'm not the artist, right? The card carver is the artist. He knows what's best. He made decisions for a reason. I respect him. The piece, like I said, is immaculate. It's an immaculate piece. I want it. Let's be real with each other. I want the piece. Here's the mistake. Here's the mistake. Forget missed opportunity. Here's the mistake. The mistake is, are we going eBay live auction here? 1. 2, this thing popped last night. There have been weeks of anticipation for what this is going to be at the end. And then it pops 11 p.m. last night on a 10-day auction on eBay. 10-day auction. I hate 10-day auctions. That's just me personally. This piece needs to have a crowd around it for a moment in time to raise the paddles and place the bids and see where it goes. A 10-day auction with the 15K essentially reserved. No, I don't like it sitting for a minute without a bid. I don't want this piece in the public with no bids for longer than 10 seconds. And it's already been longer than 10 seconds. This piece should be sold for an astronomical number. I don't know what the number is. It should be sold very high. But here we are in a 10-day auction, and it's released right after weeks of prep. You see it, and then there's the link to the auction. I don't like how it's marketed. I want more buildup. I want people to soak it in for a week. I want it to spread throughout social media. I want it to get into everywhere. I want it to seep deep into the world of art and art lovers so that they can take this in and enjoy it for what it is. To build the hype and be ready for the auction. And it's on eBay Live. eBay Live. If I go on eBay right now and I type in the card carver Michael Jordan crown, you know what I get? Not this piece. I can scroll for days and not get this piece. Okay, so let's try Piggybanx. Piggybanx Michael Jordan crown. Certainly this will pop up on eBay. Nope. Now maybe I'm just a moron. Maybe I don't know how to search for eBay Live auctions. Maybe because most people that use eBay don't even know eBay Live auctions exist yet. I've used eBay for over a decade. News to me. I'm choking on myself over here. I'm choking on my own saliva. I'm so worked up. I don't even know it exists. eBay apparently hasn't fixed their own algorithm at telling me how to find it. I'm searching for it. It's been posted for over 11 hours on eBay. I cannot find this piece unless I go to the card carver's Instagram and go to his bio and click on the specific link to this auction. So once I find the link in the card carver's Instagram bio and I click it and I'm directed directly to this link, finally, look at this. Epic piece. Awesome. Let me read about it. Up for auction is the item listed in the title and pictured above. The card carver for the culture nostalgia worldwide. Piggybanx heavy as the head. Michael Jordan, 1 of 1, 22 karat gold plated frame. What's this? That's it? That's the description? That's the description that this epic piece, this epic masterpiece is going to get on eBay. What? Black Jaded Wolf. This is the page. This is the item description. Item description from the seller. This is what we get. Potential buyers who have no idea, that aren't part of the standard Black Jaded Wolf community. This is what we get. Tell me about it. I've been talking for like 15 minutes already. I have a lot to say about this piece. And if I were only describing, if I did like I did in episode 1, just a deep dive where I spotlight the piece, I could talk for days about how epic this is. I would talk for days about how epic this is. I tell its whole background story. Like this is some heritage auction. Again, I want the auctioneer. What's happening? That's the description? Nah. Mm-mm. We're doing this piece dirty right now. That's doing this piece dirty. Raw cards can have chipping on corners and edges as well as surface scratches. We selling art pieces or we selling sports cards? What we selling here? Let's scroll back up. $15,000 starting price. $15,000. Do I think that's a fair price? Yes. I think it's too cheap. But the mistake, I think, is starting at $15,000. The card carver took a risk here. The card carver took a risk by taking a Piggybanx grail, a known grail that is a $10,000 to $15,000 piece, taking a razor blade to it, cutting up and doing his thing. He took a risk. He took a risk from the community and how they would react to it. He took a risk from the value. Obviously, procuring this card, I assume, if he bought this card, and then cutting it up and putting his own spin on it, hoping that increases the value and not decreasing the value. He took a risk. He took a risk with the artistic touches he did. He took a risk by putting it on auction. He took a risk. If you're going to take all those risks, start at $1. Start at $1 and let it run. Because what is it going to do? It's going to get more people involved in the auction. Everybody knows this. You put a reserve on it on eBay, and people just don't like it. They don't like it. And psychologically, it does something to buyers. It says, as a seller, I'm happy if this sells for $15,000. That's what it says. It says you're valuing it at a minimum of $15,000. There's no maximum. But as a buyer, psychologically, you're thinking, okay, this piece to the artist is worth no less than $15,000. Now, if it started at $1, what's it worth? Psychologically, when I see it, I'm like, that's a $20,000 piece at a minimum. Could be a $30,000 piece, could be a $40,000 piece, could be a $50,000 piece, could be a $60,000 piece. But if you start at $15,000, still could be a $60,000 piece. But what does it do psychologically to the buyers? I don't know. I would have started at $1. If we're going to roll the dice, let's roll the dice. Let's get the community involved and have an opportunity to win this. And if it sells for $6,000, if it sells for $10,000, which it shouldn't, and I don't think it will, if it's sold for that, then just take it as a lesson learned. But I don't think it would. If you started at $1, it's going over $15,000. If you start at $15,000, where's it going to end? I don't know. I can't wait to find out. Mistake number, what number are we on? 4-ish? Black Jada Wolf. We're running eBay live auction through Black Jada Wolf. Now, Black Jada Wolf, for those people that don't know, is a high-end sports car dealer. She's wonderful. She's wonderful. I've seen her at countless shows. I've walked by her table countless times. Dozens of times. Dozens of separate shows. I've walked by her showcase. And I've always stopped and I've always looked. And I've never bought a single card. Why? Not because the pieces aren't great. The prices are outrageous. The sticker prices are outrageous. Now, she and her partner are as lovely as can be. Some of the most lovely people on earth. And now they've been showcased in other shows, and their collections are wild. And they've done a fantastic job starting from the start and building what they've built. Mad respect, Black Jade with nothing but love. The sticker prices, at least as of last show that I saw, are outrageous. Now, what she's willing to sell them for, I don't know. I've asked a couple questions here and there and never been able to close a deal. The prices are high. She deals with high-end sports cards. Is that the right seller for this piece? I don't know. We'll find out. Is that audience the right audience for this piece? I don't know. I don't think so. If I'm the card carver, what I'm doing with this piece is I'm having Piggybanx run the auction for a couple reasons. One, It shows Piggybanx is in support of this collaboration. Massive. Point one. Point two is Piggybanx has proven that in his auctions, there is no ceiling. There is no limit. The way those auctions are run and the audience that he has and the respect that his audience has for his pieces is insurmountable. These pieces go for $30, $50, $100,000. This piece would do the same. Guaranteed. Card Carver, send your people, send your audience over to the Piggybanx auction. Piggybanx and Card Carver should both be marketing this if they're both in support of it. And if that's what's happened, if this is a collaboration, because it says Piggybanx and the Card Carver, I have to assume it's some sort of collaboration. I have to assume there was some communication between the two. Why don't we auction this? Why don't we send some of the proceeds to charity like Piggybanx always does? Why don't we do this the way it has proven successful? Instead of going this route, eBay Live auction, Black Jaded Wolf, I can't find it on eBay. I don't know. I don't love it. I don't love it. And I'm not saying it won't do well. Maybe it will. Maybe this piece still sells for $200K. I don't know. My position solely is this piece would do better in a private auction. A private auction run by the Card Carver or Piggybanx, or ideally both. That's my position. Now, there's no way to ever know if I'm right or wrong, but I'm still calling it a mistake. The mistake is this should be a private auction. It should be marketed with advance notice, and this piece should be celebrated for what it is. And let the chips fall where they may. This piece, though, should be respected. This piece is an epic, another legendary move by the Card Carver, another legendary move in homage and respect of the GOAT Piggybanx. I love it. I want it. I will not win it. I know this to be true. I don't even know how to get to it right now. But I will follow the Card Carver's link through his bio. I will watch this auction and I hope it goes full blast mode. Complete respect to the Card Carver. Complete respect to Black Jaded Wolf. Complete respect to Piggybanx. But I think overall for this piece, this was a mistake. I hope the community steps up on this auction and this piece sells for record numbers. I hope it smashes all of my nonsensical theories. I hope the community treats this and understands it to be the epic piece that it is. And I hope going the route of eBay was not an epic mistake. I have nothing but the utmost respect for the Card Carver, Black Jaded Wolf, and of course, Piggybanx. All love to all three. Let's hope for the art community's sake that everyone recognizes greatness when they see it. All love. Until next time, stay sharp, chase smart.